Yes, so part 2 now says calculate the length of the flagpole. So what we want to find is the length PT. Okay, the length of the flagpole. That little distance here, PT, or T from P. So the length of the flagpole would be, if you subtract the length BP, that entire length from B to P, and you subtract from it, you take out BT, then you're left with the flagpole length. So PB is from P right down to B, or B right up to P, which is longer than BT. BT is the height of the tower. So we subtract the height of the tower from BP, the difference will give you our answer, what you're looking for. Okay, so let me just write that down. So PT, all right, that's what they want us to find, T and P. PT is equal to PB, all right, the whole length PB minus TB, all right. So that will give us our answer. So what we need to get now is PB, P from B, and B from T. So that's where we go to know which trigonometrical ratio to use. So let's find PB first. Finding PB. PBR, yes, the right angle triangle, PBR. So let's make some observations for us to know which ratio to use. We have to make a list of the information we have. First, we start with what we want to find. We want to find PB. PB is opposite to 42 degrees. Okay. PB is opposite to 40 degrees. You see it is away from it. PB is opposite. Right. So PB is opposite to 42 degrees. BR is adjacent to 42 degrees, because if we are dealing with the triangle PBR, we have to deal with the 42 degrees. So 60 is next to the 42, adjacent to 42. 60 is adjacent to 42 degrees. The hypotenuse is PRS, but we don't have any information for the hypotenuse. But those two information there is sufficient. So you are dealing with opposite and adjacent. So we have to decide. Right. Opposite and adjacent is tan. So you have to use tan. So that's what you have to do to identify which ratio to use. You make a list of observations, starting with what you want to find. And then you move on to what are the information they give you. They give us 60, which is adjacent to 42. So we have to use tan. So you write that down, tan. Tan of the angle is equal to opposite over adjacent. That's why they call it TOVA. And then we substitute. So tan of 42 is equal opposite, which is what we want to find. The opposite is PB. You can write PB there. And the adjacent is 60 degrees. Oh, and by the way, when you're using the ratios, it's always good to put the ratio for 1. Because you are going to cross multiply. Okay. Tan of 42 over 1. And then you cross multiply. PB times 1 is equal to tan 42 times 60, or 60 times tan 42. So PB times 1 is PB is equal to 60 times tan of 42. You look up what is tan of 42 in your calculator and you multiply it to 60. How much? 54.024 meters. Okay, they didn't tell us how much decimal places to put the answer, so no, you say to the nearest meter. Calculate the length of the flagpole, giving your answer to the nearest meter. So we haven't gotten the height of the flagpole yet. What we have there is PB. We have to find what is BT now. We have to go through the same process. So we have just found PB. Now we have to find TB, which will be smaller. Right. So TB now is opposite to 45 degrees. TB is opposite to 45 degrees. And the same 60 meters is adjacent to 45. So opposite adjacent, then we have to use tan again. So tan of 45 is equal to TB over 60 degrees. And we cross multiply 1 by TB is TB. Times 60 times tan of 45. Sixty times tan of 45, that's how much? 42.01. So now we're in a position to calculate PT, which is the pole. So therefore, PT is equal to 54.024. minus 42.012. Which is equal to 12, because it's the round off answer to the nearest meter. 12 meters. So that would be the solution for that question there. Right.